Just wanted to drop a real quick video for you guys tonight and say thank you to everyone who continues to sign up over Florida Monkey Patreon channel. God bless all of you. I sure appreciate it. It makes a ton of difference in my life. Today, of course, is the first, and that is the primo time to sign up because you get the entire month without any partial charges for 3 weeks or 3 weeks and 2 days. $1 per month, even less if you sign up for an entire year, fully refundable. First 90 days, no questions asked. What's the difference? What's at Vimeo that's not here? Basically, gloves off discussion, adult discussion like we would have had long before the censors. That's what we can do with Vimeo. It's a different server. So God bless all of you. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate every single one of you and everything you do every day. It makes a huge difference in my life. Now, I would like to start today's video here off with something a little bit different. There has been a lot of discussion about housing prices and how things are unaffordable and how people just can't get into even a starter house. Something popped up in my email on Zillow, and I wanted to share it. It's only been on the market a few days here in Florida. And I say only, compared to everything else around here, it is only $285,000. Now, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot house built in 1983. And I know you're like, wait a minute, hold on. How long ago is that? There's a lot of upgrades. There's been a lot of things done to this house. And I just wanted to show you this. For only $285,000, this is a steal. This is not going to last. In fact, the AI on this says that this is likely going to sell faster than 97% of houses around it. Now, it's a cute little house, one story like everything in Florida. It's got a nice little yard, got some stone landscaping, a nice pretty palm tree right in the front. It's got the screens on the, it's got a 2-car garage. It's got the screens built in so you can have the garage door up, but the screens down so you can enjoy the fresh air but not the bugs. It looks like the air conditioning has been upgraded. It's got this kind of Adobe feel to it, this like they have out west, this kind of half wall with the metal gate that goes in. It's got the steel reinforcement over the screen door. That's the side door in the patio. But here's where it gets kind of interesting. You'd think 1983 inside, you'd like, oh my goodness, there's going to be a ton of work to be done to something that old. They've done it. It's already been done. Tile floors, steel doors. It looks like it has a pitched roof. Hardwood and tiles, so no old mucky carpet to rip out. That's all been done. It's really, it's not a huge place. It's only a 2-2, but they've done a lot of work to it. I didn't notice some of it. All new stainless steel in the kitchen. Upgraded countertops. Now, of course, I'm sure none of this, it's got a fireplace. I'm sure all this furniture is going to be moved out. But it's got a neat little office nook. Just going through the pictures kind of quick here. I don't want to waste a lot of your time. They've upgraded all the cabinets. It's got a dishwasher. It's got this neat little pass-through for the kitchen, and it's even got the new sink with the big high arc disconnecting spigot for the sprayer. And it's it's really a cute little. It's got sliding glass doors in the main bathroom. Nice big mirror. And like I said, it's only 2 bedrooms. It looks like it was probably some older folks. It's got a walk-in shower. So anyway, I just wanted to get through these pictures. It's got a neat vanity. Oh yeah, and it's got a bonus. It's got this little area you can walk out in the back, and they've got a little jacuzzi tub. Backyard's nice here. It's got this old deck that probably would it probably wouldn't hurt anything if you didn't do anything with it, but you know, it'd be a project maybe to take it down. It doesn't look like it would take a whole lot to redo it with some boards from Lowe's or Home Depot. And here's where it is. It's got a nice little stand of trees behind it. Nice quiet little street. I just wanted to share this because it's one of those little golden finds. If anybody's trying to get a house or get a place in Florida, this would be an absolute steal. It's not far from where I'm at right now. So that's why I wanted to share it. So anyway, but on to bigger things. Something was said at the debate, the Republican debate, and I know a lot of you say, oh, I didn't watch it because I wanted to watch Trump. There were things said that I think are very, very instructive. And there was a back and forth between Nikki Haley and Mike Pence. Now, I know a lot of people already have their mind made up about Mike Pence, but he said something that I think that applies to all conservatives on the topic of abortion. She said the moderators were trying to corner people, like the governor, on a federal abortion ban when the states, the Supreme Court has handed this down and made it, rightfully so, a states' rights issue. And it was a gotcha question for the governor, basically, that if he says he wouldn't sign one, then of course makes him pro-choice. If he says he does sign one, then he's against states' rights. It's one of those gotcha questions. But Mike Pence said something to Nikki Haley. He said, Nikki, you're my friend, but consensus is the opposite of leadership. And he goes on and he talks about him being anti-abortion, being pro-life. And he says something very strange. He said, can we get in all 50 states a minimum standard, a 15-week standard, because of the pain issue? He said that if a fetus is older than 15 weeks, it can feel pain. Therefore, an abortion shouldn't be allowed. My question is this. Is the pain the issue? So if you can make it so that a fetus can't feel pain, then the abortion is okay? Then the taking of the life of the child is fine, as long as you can confirm it's not feeling pain? See, there's a law in Utah that says that they have to administer anesthesia analgesics to the fetus before performing an abortion. That somehow makes it better. Yeah, I mean, he sat there and he quoted the scripture, before I formed you in the womb, I knew thee. It's like, well, okay, then it's life. And taking a life, in this particular, an innocent life, whether it's 15 weeks or 6 weeks or 4 weeks or 2 weeks, doesn't matter. Life is life. Doesn't matter whether you die painlessly or whether you die painfully. Well, even with murder, you can't, well, I murdered him, but I made sure he didn't feel any pain. Does that make it not murder? You see, that's, what a lot of people don't grasp about this concept that whether it's about the child or whether it's about the woman, if a woman is at that place, she's beyond law. And that's just my humble opinion on this. She is beyond law. If a woman is at that place where she's ready to do that and go to that extent, I don't want to dredge up a whole bunch of garbage here, but I think it's something where we need to look at who in the world would be the person that they would turn to provide such a service. That's the person who is really we need to focus on, the providers, not so much those seeking. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody has said, Mike Pence, if you truly are pro-life, if you truly are, he even said it's a moral issue. He said this isn't just a legal issue, it's a moral issue. It's like, okay, if it's a moral issue, then the pain doesn't matter. If it's a moral issue, 15 weeks, 12 weeks, 8 weeks, 24 weeks, doesn't matter. Wrong is wrong, and right is right. So, anyway, that and a couple other stories. This is off RT. New COVID wave sweeping world. World Health Organization. Cases are up 38%, but deaths down 50% over the past month, the UN health body has said. And most of the cases, the highest number, I guess, South Korea. South Korea. It's very odd that at the lowest places are Africa. Minus 76%. Eastern Mediterranean up 113%. It's just odd. Even of course CNN. It seems like everyone has COVID-19. Does anybody know anybody who has this? I don't. I absolutely don't. No one. I don't even see anybody here in Florida even doing anything. I haven't seen anybody wear a mask in I can't remember how long, to be honest. But There was also something that came out from Bongino. Who knows? How many of you know who Dan Bongino is? He put this on his Instagram, and I thought, wait a minute, what happened to the idea of, okay, if you want to wear a mask and you want to lock down and you want to do whatever you want to do, God bless you, that's your right. But I'm going to do what I want to do. He put this up, how to interact with someone who falls for it again. What happened to live and let live? What happened to live and let live? I'm sure he thinks it's a joke, but when people see this, they broad brush the right. They broad brush conservatives. They broad brush, and say, well, you see, this is what the right is really about. They don't want to leave people alone. And, hold on. Oops, there we go. It kind of goes back and ties into this. They don't leave people alone. The argument being made by those who want government out of their health decisions, hint, hint, government out of their quote-unquote health decisions, would have one heck of an argument that says, you have this position on abortion, but then you have this other position on COVID. And how do the two mix? And another question that I'd like, and I would down in the comments section, I'd like somebody to answer this question for me. Let's say, theoretically speaking, Donald Trump had been allowed to be president for the last 3 years. And there were new variants, and there were new flare-ups of COVID. How well received do you think your opinion, when I say you, I mean folks on the right, anti-vaxxers and people that, are the hoax folks. You would have had to have been rallying against him instead of Biden. This whole talk of a new vaccine coming out, a vaccine 2.0, a warp speed 2.0. The folks that supported Mr. Trump wouldn't have had, somebody to kick for the last 3 years, somebody to beat up for the last 3 years, and all of these issues and all these problems. And somebody said, well, we wouldn't have these issues and problems. Well, that's kind of pie in the sky thinking. The economic situation that was caused by lockdown has been having ripple effects around the world, and a lot of the reason we see the inflation was because the Fed raised interest rates. The Fed raised interest rates. The Fed is the one that's caused all this. And that wouldn't have been something that the president would have had any say in. So, inflation going up, lots of dollars chasing too few goods, all this kind of stuff, not in the hands of a president. And this idea of government not being involved in this medical event and staying out of this other medical event and letting people make their own medical decisions, it seems a bit contrary. Is it the medical interventions that you agree with, the medical interventions you don't agree with? And then I guess that would be, you would have to kind of get rid of the whole concept of 911 and EMS. Being able to basically call the government on your phone whenever there's a medical problem and expect them to show up with the ability to fix it. That's another question I would have on a completely different topic. When you live in a society where when you goof up or you fall and you break your arm or you do something dumb and you need emergency services, the idea that you can pick up a phone and you can dial 3 digits and then the government will come, government authorized agents, fire, EMS, whoever, will come and fix your problem for you. It seems a little odd to say that that's okay and that's fine and that's expected. And then, if they show up and they make one little mistake, you can sue the pants off of them for millions and millions and millions of dollars when they're just trying to fix your problem. But then you also say, well, in this other case, I don't want them involved in any way, shape, or form doing anything at all to promote the general welfare. So it's an interesting argument when you tie in abortion and you tie in EMS and then you tie in the COVID thing and the mask and then the vaccines, all this kind of stuff. And you find a lot of people find themselves in a very hypocritical position. So I will leave it there. But the address, I'm sorry I didn't give the address for this house. 27 Clubhouse Drive. It's on Zillow. 27 Clubhouse Drive, Palm Coast, Florida, 32137. You can probably freeze frame and go back and you can see it because I had this up. But single family residence, 1983, central air, electric heat pump, 2 garage, 8,000 square foot lot. Taxes were not so bad. I think, what was it? Facts and figures. Well, you can find this on Zillow for yourself. I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of your time. So, but a neat little house for not a huge price. So I will leave it there. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Thank you so much for your support. I very much appreciate it. God bless all of you. Pray for me. I will pray for you. Pray for each other. Lift each other up. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.